Right now, you're one decision away from a completely different life. I know that sounds dramatic, but it's true, because your future won't change from another video, another book, or another motivational quote. It will change the moment you make one clear, simple decision, the kind that rewires how you show up in the world every single day. Most people never make it. They dance around it, avoid it, postpone it. But once you make it, everything starts shifting. You don't just think differently, you act differently, you become different. And today, I want to walk you through what that decision is, why it changes everything, and how to make it before it's too late. Let's start here. Most people are stuck, not because they lack potential, not because they're lazy, but because they've never made the real decision. They want change, but only if it's convenient. They want success, but only if it's comfortable. They want growth, but not if it means letting go of old habits, old friends, or old excuses. So they stay on the fence, dabbling, watching videos, making plans, telling themselves, soon, I'll do it soon. But they don't realize inaction is a decision too. And that's how people waste years of their life waiting. So what's the decision? Here it is. You either choose to take full ownership of your life, or you don't. That's it. Everything else, habits, productivity, mindset, purpose, it all starts after this one decision. You either choose to be the kind of person who owns their actions, their attitude, their energy, their time, and their future. Or you keep blaming circumstances, waiting for motivation, and hoping something will change for you. One path leads to momentum, the other leads to regret. This is the split in the road, and you have to choose. Let's be clear. Ownership doesn't mean perfection. It doesn't mean never failing, never slipping, or having everything figured out. Ownership means this: if I procrastinate, that's on me. If I waste the day, that's on me. If I feel stuck, I figure out the next step. If I fail, I learn and adjust. If I succeed, I stay humble and focused. It means you stop waiting to be saved. You stop looking for shortcuts. You stop blaming your parents, your boss, the algorithm, or your past. You look in the mirror and say, this is my life, and I'm in charge now. That's ownership. Here's why this decision is so powerful. Once you take ownership, you stop wasting time. You don't need motivation. You need clarity. You don't chase hacks. You build systems. You don't scroll for answers. You become the kind of person who finds them. Most importantly, you stop waiting, because now you're not hoping something changes. You're the one doing the changing. Let me tell you what changed everything for me. There was a time when I blamed everything. I blamed my lack of energy on my schedule. I blamed my lack of progress on other people. I blamed my lack of motivation on burnout. But then I heard something that flipped a switch. Your life is a reflection of what you tolerate. And I realized I was tolerating average effort. I was tolerating weak systems. I was tolerating excuses dressed up as reasons. So I made the decision. I said no more blaming, no more waiting, no more hoping. From that moment on, I was in charge. And that one decision changed everything. Here's what happens after you take full ownership. You stop negotiating with your goals. You stop explaining your failure and start fixing it. You stop comparing and start building. You forgive yourself faster. You move with intention, not emotion. You wake up with a different mindset, because now you don't just want change, you expect it. And that energy, people can feel it. It leaks into your work, your relationships, your habits, and your results. But if you don't make the decision, you stay on autopilot. You keep watching others pass you. You keep chasing comfort over growth. You keep telling yourself, someday. But here's the truth. Someday is a lie. The longer you wait, the heavier it gets. Every day you don't act is one more day of reinforcing the story that you don't believe in yourself. And that becomes your identity, the person who almost changed. You don't need more motivation. You don't need a better planner. You don't need a perfect routine. You need to look in the mirror and ask one question. Am I all in on my own life or not? Because once you decide, once you really decide, you stop needing motivation altogether. You move differently, you speak differently, you show up differently. Not because it's easy, but because you chose this. This isn't a one-time event, it's a daily choice. Every morning you wake up, you get to ask, will I own my energy today? Will I own my effort today? Will I own my goals? Or wait for life to hand them to me? You don't need to be perfect. You just need to own your path more than your excuses. That's how change becomes permanent. So here's the question. Will you make the decision? Not later, not next month, not when you're ready, now. Comment below, I own my life now. Say it publicly. Start the shift. And if you're ready to build the mindset, systems, and habits that match that level of ownership, subscribe. Because this channel isn't for people who are waiting. It's for people who are ready to lead their own life. One decision, one moment. That's all it takes. This is yours. See you in the next one.